dive into some Cavs news, guys, after a quick word from FanDuel. The NBA is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. You can even parlay them together for a shot at a bigger payout. It keeps every game exciting, especially when your team's making that late push. Right now, FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets when their first $5 bet wins. So head over to FanDuel.com/UCSS to sign up and play your game with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Guys, I sent this question out last night, which was, can the Cavs win anything without Darius Garland? And at about 10:50 this morning, we got an official update from the Cavs on the injury status of Darius Garland. This is what the Cavs sent out regarding their all-star point guard. Quote, Cavaliers guard Darius Garland injured his great left toe during Monday night's game at Miami. Further evaluation post-game and Tuesday by the Cavaliers medical team revealed a contusion. The incident occurred during the second quarter when Garland made incidental contact with Heat forward Nikola Jovic on a drive to the basket. Garland will receive daily treatment and continue with the established post-surgery management plan. He is listed as out for tonight's game in Miami, and his return to play availability will be updated as appropriate. So it's a left toe contusion.
Yeah. By the way,
no
first of all,
word on when he'll come back, and I know Bull's going to get mad at them calling it the great toe.
Number one, I'm mad that you're 100% right. You know me very well, Mike. Nobody calls it the great toe. Everybody says big toe. Jay, do you say great toe?
Never heard that.
Ever said that in your life?
I never even heard it until just now.
Never. I've never heard anybody call it.
It was the first time Garland hurt his toe,
Yeah.
and they called it the great toe.
I've never heard of that.
Toe.
Yeah, so what are the other ones? What's the little one?
The mid.
The worst toe?
The mid toe.
Yeah.
And then you've got the mid toe, which would be the
useless
one
toe?
in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the second toe, which for some reason is oddly longer than the great toe.
Right.
What is that one called? Pretty good toe?
Solid toe?
Solid toe. I don't know.
And then the baby toe that just don't do nothing.
No,
it's
the
perpetual.
worst toe.
The
Yeah.
perpetual, it's just like children. The last one.
But another
The
thing,
forgotten toe.
Right.
How is there a player in the NBA named Nikola Jovic instead of Jokic?
Yeah, when I saw
Where'd
that,
this
I'm
guy
like,
come
hey.
from? He's got the same name, basically.
One letter different.
He's very good friends with Jokic. They both play for the same
Imagine
international
that.
team, and
Yeah.
he just signed his rookie extension. He actually just got paid more
for
than he
him.
probably should.
Yeah, that is
so.
good.
Okay.
Good,
Not a
good,
nobody, but
Yeah.
Jay, you and I were talking right before we went on air about toe injuries, and my big concern with Darius is even if this is just a contusion, I'm worried this is going to be a chronic issue moving forward. And
Yeah.
I have no information on that. Just he took his time, they rested, he came back, tested it, and he's already hurt again.
Yeah, I will tell you as I'm awaiting surgery on my right great toe, and really all of my toes. So I have my plantar plate has torn from whatever it's supposed to be connected to. I don't even fully understand it.
Yeah.
But I will tell you guys this. My surgeon, in explaining the surgery, has said, look, this isn't like the knee or the arm or a normal surgery where we know with certainty that we're going to go in and we're going to fix it, and with the proper rehab, it will be 100%. They can say that with knees, with certain injuries, they can say that with great certainty. That isn't the case with this. And they've warned me, and it's multiple times now they've said, look, there is a risk that this never feels the way it used to. We want to kind of lower the bar for your expectations. And I believe that my injury is very similar to his in that mine is from pushing off the rubber countless times on the pitcher's mound. 50,000, 75,000 times, I have no idea. However many pitches I've thrown in my lifetime. It's just a repetitive use injury that finally it reaches its breaking point and it goes. So just based on the warnings that I've received, and that look, this may not be a thing where it's pain free. There's always nerves. You were talking about some nerve damage that you've had in your foot. Man, when you have that nerve damage, you wait for it to return, and sometimes it never does. So I don't know, Mike. I can't speak to this specific injury, but just based on what I'm being told and how I should temper my expectations on return, I'm wondering if this isn't the same thing. I remember talking to Brad Daugherty, who famously had feet issues, and he used to say, look, it's come a long way from when he was going through this many, many, many years ago, but it's still not perfect. So my fear is that this could be one of those lingering things that he's just prone to re-aggravate. I do know that they put all kinds of things in my shoe. all kinds of things, particularly my baseball spike, to protect it when I'm playing. But it does a little bit, but I can see how that can happen. When you're a point guard and you rely on the push, start, stop as much as they do, Mike, you know about the wear and tear that the feet take as well as anybody. It is a lot.
And here's the thing, Jay. Like, you're almost 60, so
Yeah.
like
I am
it's
60.
not that oh, that's right. You turned 60.
I turned 60 in July.
It's not like at your age you're going to have these things.
Wear
right?
and tear, sure. He's a young man.
He's a young man, and we're not like even when you see this in the NBA, it's usually big guys like Brad Daugherty that have the feet problem. Yao Ming had feet problems. It was all these big guys. What's his name? Greg Oden had feet problems.
It's typically problematic with big men because those poor little feet, even though they're size 14 or whatever, you're supporting a ton of weight.
Yeah, and like, for him, his game is all about his speed, his athletic ability.
Quickness.
If his athletic ability decreases a little bit going forward because of his toe issues, that's huge.
What does he look like as a player?
Right.
We don't know.
So you go back and you look at it. I've had a pin put in my toe that went through the top to the growth plate. And even once I had it, I had that surgery when I was like 11, 12.
Oh, wow.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I had that, and then I had turf toe in that same toe.
That's painful.
And so, it was, and think about it, I still played. When you young, you stupid. Like I still played. Like I was just like, all right, cool. Like let's keep it pushing. But when you have those little injuries, sometimes you just never heal right. Like you don't understand that you lose 15, 20%. And then, the thing that hit me when I was growing up was it got to a point where it did hit me like, oh, so this is not coming back. Oh, the days of you just waking up and just going and playing freely and you don't have to think about it.
With no pain.
Yeah. The most debilitating thing to most people that are athletes that are really good at a high level, I'm talking about top 1%, top 2%, and these guys are, is that it almost kills your soul and your spirit because you remember what it used to feel like to be able to go play pain-free and just to react. Now, you got to think because your nerves ain't firing the way they used to. Yeah. Your body don't feel the same. You got to do all this treatment just to get it back to 85%. And now in the back of his mind, I watched that clip. That looks like a non-contact injury. Didn't nobody step on his foot? Nobody hit.
It was pressure.
It was just
pressure.
It was the torque and pressure. And to run, people don't get it. These guys look like they're moving slow. These guys, if you were ever to get out on the court with this, and McNuggets, you know this.
Oh my God.
When you start talking about Division I athletes or pro athletes, and I've had the opportunity to play basketball with guys who played overseas or came back and played in the league. The level at which they are moving is crazy, and you just don't understand the speed of the game. So when he's moving like that, he's putting thousands of pounds of pressure on those small little joints, those tendons, and that's the scary part.
Thousands of times every night.
Every night.
Every step you take.
Every night.
He knew when I was watching the game, that right there, when he pounded the floor, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Mike, you know what that is. Anybody that's ever suffered an injury a second time, when you re-tear your ACL, you don't have to guess. I know what that was.
And you don't even feel the pain, really. It's the
happens. Boom.
And it's the frustration that hits you in the head. You like,
how long is this going to sideline me for?
I just got done doing this. I can't do this no more.
He had the surgery when? Do you remember? Was it?
Yeah, about a month after they
the
lost to the
June, maybe?
Pacers. Yeah, in June.
I was trying to think. I didn't know if it was May or June, but
and that was the second time he heard it.
Yeah, either way, he did the proper rehab. I remember initially, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought initially the report was he was going to be benched until December. I thought that's what we reported.
That's what I thought. Mike said no.
They gave a range. He came back right in the determined range. It would have been December if it was the longest part of the range, and it would have been earlier.
I know
if
this is, hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah.
And we have the benefit of the results now to help us with this decision that should have been made prior. For me, why do we need him back before January?
I can't disagree with that part.
We don't.
We don't.
Like, if they tell me 2 to 4 months, I'm going to say, and this is hard because, like you said, we're dumb. You know, I just went down and played baseball for a week in Florida, and I was told by my hip guy, don't do it. Don't do it.
And then you paid for it
And
on the way back.
Well, the whole time. Like, I had an episode where my leg gave out, and now I'm in way more pain than I was before, and thankfully surgery's coming very, very soon. But we're dumb. We blocked that part out. If the training staff and the team should have got together and said, 2 to 4, why don't we do 6? You got the time.
Yeah.
June takes you to January, okay? And so where are they without Darius Garland? They're, above 500 team for sure, and they're in the playoff mix. We didn't need it. Now he might be sidelined until
They still might
March or April.
Even without him, they still might be the second or third best team in the East.
I agree
So,
with that, Mike.
like,
That's not a stretch, is it?
No, so like why at this point I know if it's just a contusion obviously that's not that big a deal, but it's a bigger deal than most contusions because it's the third time he's injured this same toe.
Right, I agree
and
with
so
that.
like I agree with you. Right now, whatever his timetable is, add another month.
Yeah, just be safe.
Yeah.
Be
Over the top.
you said it landed in the middle of whatever the range was.
No, I don't want
like,
that.
I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I'm going to say if they told me December, I'm going to say you can play January 10th. Let's just arbitrarily pick a day, January 10th, and
By the
get
way,
it right.